What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to episode 15, aka 15 of the Ketchup podcast. It's your host, Lofton, aka Mr. Nice Guy, aka Mr. Hazadonis, aka when I get suited and booted, Antoine Cumberbund, and I got my co-host right here, Rajim, aka Boulder Shoulders, aka Mr. Dark Poet, aka if you don't know by now, and go ahead with it.
And AKA Mr. Make It Happen, baby. What's going on, man? God dang.
What
Another
is
week has
going on?
gone by.
Another week gone by, and we staying alive out here. I ain't blow my hands off with no fireworks or nothing. So
You know
life
what
is
I'm
good,
saying?
man. Life is good. How was your holiday weekend?
It was good, man. Like it was kind of conflicting. You know, we kind of the holiday weekend we just relaxed really, but you don't know whether you should celebrate 4th of July or not. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody's like, oh, it's good to be an American. Yeah, sure, whatever. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't. The Independence Day wasn't for us. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Maybe for
it
Will
was
Smith, but it wasn't for us. You know?
it was a little different this 4th of July. We had some kind of conflicting things that took place.
Yeah,
During this weekend prior to and then during the holiday weekend. So it was a situation where a lot of people had sat back and thought about some things. Because
yeah.
it was different out there for this 4th of July. I've been around the world a little bit. You've been around the world a little bit. I can't say that there's a place that I would rather live. America's it's free. It's free as it can be compared to some of the other spots that are around there. But
Yeah, but it's
it
I
always
look
can
I
get
look
better. I always
yeah,
look at it like, hey, if you ain't getting better, you're getting worse. And it's
yeah,
always one of those things that always can get better.
yeah, people always say that America is free, blah blah blah, but there's a lot of other
Ain't
countries that's free too.
ain't
Canada's
no
free.
well,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
There's
really, nowhere, no place is really free. Like
yeah, exactly.
I
That's what
mean, you like,
and
hey,
it,
I have freedom within the rules. That's all. I
I look
mean, that's what it is.
I look, yeah, I get what you're saying, but I look at it like this. There's a lot of other free countries. There's multiple other countries that's just as free as we are, and it's just and black people get treated a lot better. Right now I'm on my high horse right now. Well,
Nah.
not on my low horse because I just kind of feel like it's, I, it's like we've come so far to go back so far. You know what I'm saying? It's just like there's a lot of blatancy going on. It's like it's just I don't know. Like I said,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
anyway,
I
and so for me with Juneteenth being a new holiday, it's kind of a conflicting interest to celebrate Juneteenth and 4th of July. I kind of feel like we as a people got to pick one. You know what I'm saying?
well,
Like
I
you,
mean, the thing is that I mean, I look at it like this: understanding the difference in the holidays. Independence Day ain't got nothing to do with slavery. They ain't got nothing
well,
because that has nothing to do with it because of the history of it was independence as a colonies trying to get away from another country that was trying to run it, which had nothing to
but
do with slavery.
but it does have a lot to do with slavery. To be honest with you,
I
we as a
mean,
people, we as a people weren't free and we weren't independent at that time. It took us another 100 years to become independent and free.
true.
So we can't celebrate a holiday that had nothing to do with us. We wasn't a part of that. You know what I'm saying? So it has a lot to do with that, honestly.
Well,
And
I mean, it's
we have to educate our youth to what really happened and what's really going on. We send this false sense of, oh yeah, this is America's holiday. It's not. It wasn't for us. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real. Let's keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for us as a people, and I don't tell my kids or anybody, oh yeah, that we got a day off and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But for us to be celebrating something that's had nothing really to do with us, and it had a lot to do with slavery because what I'm saying, on 4th of July, and in that time with 1776 or whatever, your ancestors were still picking cotton. You know what I'm saying? So it had a lot to do with us. There wasn't no
mhm,
barbecues in 1776 on 4th of July.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It
Yep,
wasn't no. So, but
yep.
anyway,
Fact.
other than that, you know,
Other than that,
and other than that, we got a chance to, live our best life. Got a day off. I work for the government, so I really can't say nothing. But so if my boss see this, yeah, I want to be chill out.
You say you can come on into work then.
Yeah. Pay me time and a half before I put these hands on you.
Oh, shoot. Well, hey, we got to start it off. It sounds like, what I'm saying, based on just the beginning, you need a little drink of the day. You started off a little deep, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
I'm mad at America right now. Me and America ain't on good terms right now.
I kept it 100. I stayed with the tradition. I'll be the only one. I don't know what you got on the table today, but I know you've been hydrating. Right now, I'm celebrating. My daughter got me a little like these mixed drink deals right here. So I got a bourbon sour. You twist the top, shake it up, and then you throw it on some ice. And you got you a little mixed drink. So she got me those for Father's Day, and we kept it rolling with it. So I was like, hey, this is pretty legit.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay, man. Have we aired since Father's Day?
Yeah. These were ones that she got them, and they got here late. So it was a situation where they got here late. So it was purchased, but FedEx and whatnot. It wasn't Amazon type where it was showing up 2 days later. It took a little longer. You know what I mean? So took a little longer.
I'm sipping on some smart water.
Okay, trying to get educated.
Yeah. Because I figure the celebrities on the commercial say they're a lot smarter from drinking this water. So I figure if they dumb, I'm gonna be dumb too. Let's be dumb together. You know what I'm saying? What's the name?
The extra 20, the extra 30 cents, the extra $1.
Yeah, they was like,
so this water.
Yeah, Pete Davidson said he drinks smart water. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay then. You dating Kim Kardashian? Never mind. We're not even gonna go there.
He made a lot of bad choices in his life. I don't know.
That's what he said.
He just said, hey, I'm just not as crazy as Kanye. Like he just got to get that notch less crazy than Kanye, and he's like, hey, I made it. I'm good to go. All right,
exactly. Man. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I feel a lot smarter already.
Well, we're gonna keep it moving here. Now we moving on to the news of the week, and it feels like when we started off on this mug, we gonna stepped on a little news of the week already. So you got a lot of stuff that was popping off this weekend. I'm looking at this. The one thing that made people question a little bit of the stuff is this Jalen Walker, the killing that took place by the police officers up in Akron, Ohio. It's quite interesting. That happened on the 27th. We hadn't been on since then. That was going on because we took the holiday off. But it was quite interesting the amount of firepower that supposedly based on the story and people watching the videos and things of that nature, the amount of firepower that was used to take down a person that was running away from the police. They talked about over a hell of 90 bullets fired by the possible police. There's possibly 13 officers out there. They all shooting it up, things of that nature. The gentleman was 25 years old, black man running away from the police. It's just getting tired of seeing this all the time. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's just it's just one of those things. I have friends that are police officers and things of that nature. It's just like, dang, man. I mean, it's like that was like video game shooting. Like it was one of those things where you like, yo, I'm about to go up here and you playing one of the games and you just like, I'm just gonna shoot the dude on the ground. And shoot. Like it was just like it's wild the amount. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like being in the military, going to Iraq, things like that, you hear gunfire, people, firing, things of that nature. And I don't know if it was somebody heard fire, so they kept firing, thinking that somebody was firing at them. Like, I don't know why 90 or so, or whatever the count is. I know it was an extreme count when you have that many people firing at one object. But to have that aggressive an amount of firing at a single person that's running away from you is wild. Yeah, that's a wild thing. So, I mean, it's just.
And then you have. My bad. Go ahead.
No. Yeah, go ahead. I was talking
about. So and then you have this gentleman, I forgot his name. I can't remember his name. The guy that just shot up for the 4th of July, shot the people that went to the parade. You know,
You
he was
talking
taken in.
about?
What's his name?
Let me. I'm looking.
He was taken in with no incident. You know what I'm saying? He
Oh,
was taken in.
Bobby
You know,
Cremo. Bobby
yeah,
Cremo.
Cremo. That's what
Yeah,
his name
yeah.
is. So he was taken in with no incident. You know
And
what I'm
he
saying?
shot. He killed me.
He done shot 6 people already and
Yeah.
injured. I don't know how many others, but he's taken in with no incident. You know what I'm saying? But his, you know, it's just, it's one of the things again where it's high hiatus on shooting a black man, you know, and let's take this white boy to get some Burger King before we take him to prison or whatever, blah blah blah. And you know, I tell my sons all the time, you know, you have to, you know, it's never gonna be, it's not always gonna be the same scenario, but don't run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't run
Mhm.
from the police because that's gonna give them a reason to shoot you in the back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're in a situation where, you know, you're running from the police. You know, I don't understand why, and I've never been in a situation, so I don't understand when or why or how somebody gets to a point where they feel like running from the police is going to be the scenario to go with.
Best decision. Yeah.
Best decision. Like, okay, I'm about to take on. We're gonna run from the police.
Mhm.
Like, first of all, you gotta outrun a bullet. That's the first thing. You know what I'm saying?
Lose
You're black
every time.
already. You're gonna lose every time. Yeah, unless you, you know what I'm saying, a freak of nature and you can catch bullets. It's like you're not gonna outrun a bullet.
Right.
That's the first thing. You know, and so in this situation, cops can't be like, well, we feared for our life, because you can't fear for your life for somebody that's running away from you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right,
And
right.
I guess that's why I came off a little aggressive with the whole 4th of July thing, because I'm getting tired of being picked off. You get what I'm saying? I'm tired of being a black man being picked off, being stereotyped. You know, it's getting old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you get to the point where you feel like, you know, I got kids, I got sons, and I want them to be able to make it home safely. I want them to be able to live their best life. But when do we put our foot down, and when do we to put an end to people killing our kids? You get what I'm saying? And my son's 25. You get what I'm saying? So, and I got a 22-year-old. You know, and I would hate I would hate to think about me getting a phone call saying, "Hey, Mr. Huey, I think, Mr. Huey, you're we're gonna invite our guest in a second too.
Yeah,
Mr. Huey, your son has been shot."
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I don't want that to ever be a situation to where, because I would hate to have to get that phone call.
Right.
You know, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same situation. You know, my son, he just turned 18, and you know, graduated high school and driving and everything like that. You know, and never want that situation to be, you know, him making a wrong decision, or just be wrong place, wrong time, whatever it could be. Could be with friends that's acting a fool. I mean, everybody's been around people where it's like, hey, I got friends that's out here wilding out, and you just happen to be around some people that's causing aggression by, you know, not only, you know, possible police, but whoever they around, you know what I mean? And you just like, you don't ever want to have it where that you're in that situation where, you know, you got 50-50 chance on getting out of it. You know?
Because you're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Hey, so matter of fact, while we on the subject, let's bring our guest in. I think. Well, he just walked out. But
that's all. Hey, I was about to say something, but I was like, hey, he ain't ready yet. So you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and keep it rocking.
So I'll let you bring him in when you get back. So so definitely, man. It's just I'm at a point where I'm tired of our youth. You know, our black men. I mean, people. Period, man. As a society, you know, I don't understand where it's okay to kill. I think every police officer who fired a shot should go to prison. Period. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like this, and we always talk about other countries and, you know, America being free and all that or whatever, which is cool. But I think that we should do trial by fire. Like if your ass kills somebody, if you shoot somebody in the back, guess what? Your ass need to be shot in the back.
We going all the way back. Huh?
Yeah, let's go all the way back. You know what I'm saying?
Just go
you
ahead and
steal
stone some
yeah,
people. We
I will
going
stone the
cutting
shit out
arms
of
off.
somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. Like let's make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? If you rape a kid, goddamn it, guess what? It's over for you. You know what I'm saying? It's over for you. For the rest of your life, you're gonna get raped every day for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's
because that's you know what I'm saying, that's pretty much we're at a point right now, and I don't know if he's ready or not, but we're at a point right now where I feel like we're targets now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like as a police officer, and I know police officers too, but as a police officer, if it's 13 of us, it wasn't one of us that said, "Hey man, y'all stop shooting." You know, it wasn't nobody to say, you know, ho, start, you know, cease fire, or whatever. It wasn't nobody to. It took 13 people to shoot this man. Like this man, he wasn't Thor. He wasn't like, you know, this cat wasn't. You know what I'm saying? This cat, it's like it wasn't bulletproof. It took. What happened to tasers? Now, what gets me is if you watch a show like Cops or, you know, what is it? Something live,
live
whatever.
PD live,
Live PD,
yeah.
live PD. Yeah. If you watch a show like that, they using freaking bean bags and freaking tasers all day long.
Right.
Because you're on national TV.
Yeah.
But when you're not on TV and you're not being filmed, which everybody's being filmed, you know what I'm saying? If you killing somebody at will, and your life is not a priority to you, like I'm saying, police officer. As a police officer, if I'm shooting a man that I know I shouldn't be shooting, then it's you know it's at a point right now where it's just nonchalant. You know what I'm saying? We you know it's so it's blatant. That's the word I'm looking for.
Right.
So right now it's just blatant. We just killing black people at will. You know what I'm saying? And our boss, because that's what they think. Our boss is gonna look out for it. Our boss is gonna support us on this and blah blah blah. Because they never think anybody's filming. That's just like in Arizona. Arizona just passed a law where you can't film police if you're 8 feet out or 8 feet away, unless you're 8 feet away or whatever. But how many times is that gonna happen? It's gonna be a situation where somebody's gonna be 10 feet away and they still get in trouble. They're gonna be 20 feet away and they still get in trouble because this law opens up the door for who had a measuring tape. You know what I'm saying? Who had a measuring tape? So now I got to figure out what's 8 feet. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, you heard about the Florida sound or car music law. I mean, you heard about that one where it's kind of funny because you can be on a motorcycle blasting music and they can't pull you over. But if you in a car and they decide that your music is too loud, you can get a ticket. I was like, that is wild. That was wild. I was like, yo, a motorcycle, you be like, put some Bluetooth in. You know what I'm saying? Like you should have music in your ear compared to blowing speakers out of your motorcycle and you loud as heck. You know, and then you've got cars where it's like, hey, you could have your windows up and they like, I heard your music. And be like, oh, you getting
exactly.
So it's kind of wild. It's one of those things where you have certain things that people decide that are important. People decide maybe for their, you know, especially when you're dealing in that police realm, you know, you got a lot of people. I know you've been in the military. You got people that are confident in what they do. You got people that are also able to be good with words. Then you have people that aren't good with words and aren't confident and scared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have, you have people that, you know, they could be in that situation, and if they're scared and unconfident and not confident in their abilities, it could be a situation where, hey, I'm going to not try to come out of this situation in a different manner. The easier way is to, be more aggressive than the person you feel is being aggressive, at all times. And you're just like, I mean, that's what comes about in these situations. And it's unfortunate. And it was also unfortunate in that situation that right after that, you got the freaking shooting that happens. The person kills 6 people and then they take them into custody. And it was just like to have a full yin and yang within days of each other to be sitting there. It was just like man.
So before I elaborate on that, I'm gonna go ahead and bring the guest in. Look like he ready.
You ready? All right.
Look like he ready.
All right. Well, today we have a guest that is coming in. Um, well known, guest. He's has 4 self-published books. He's a professional metaphysical motivational speaker, ordained minister of metaphysics, as well as a father. And you always got to have fathers on here as well. Welcome to the Mid Ketchup podcast, Ricky Prestige Leverett Jr. How you doing, sir?
Let's go. Let's go. Clap it up. Clap it up.
What's happening? I'm glad to be here once again. I'm glad to be here. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Hey,
What's up, man?
Hey, loving it. I was just listening to y'all dialogue, trying to get my lighting right.
Yeah.
I see.
You gotta look pretty on the pod. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it can't be slipped, man. Y'all boys got the good equipment. I see.
Trying to do a little something, you know.
I had to work with what I had at the moment.
Hey, bro. Hey, we just happy to have you on, bro. For real, man.
Yeah.
Welcome. So man. So we go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Well, I was being on the podcast, with this podcast, we're always trying to have people that are professional, minorities that are professional, showing people, products, knowledge, all things of that manner, just trying to uplift the minority population, no matter Black, Latino, all that stuff. And we're trying to make sure that everybody's being seen and everybody's being looked at, and we're gathering knowledge from each other so that we can share and continue to build and get stronger as a community, and then be able to be an influence, in the United States. And of course, with these platforms, we can possibly do those things all over the world. So we felt like, Rajim knew somebody that felt that that fit that mold. And you were one of those people that we were able to get on here. And, we want to be able to see what your insight is on, topics that we talk about, and of course, then be able to interview you and understand the things that you're doing to affect the community as well. So, like you said, you were listening to what we were kind of talking about. What thoughts do you have, on what had taken place over the last, week and a half, 2 weeks with the shooting from the police officers, and then also with the Highland Park parade shooting with the court?
Yeah, I mean, as always, it's a tragedy when life is lost, especially in that manner, especially, at this time in history, for that still to be an issue. But with me, I recognize the cycle. I recognize that they keep doing this for a reason. They want, I feel like it's more so like, because I'm into metaphysics, so I'm looking at it from an energy standpoint. Of course, emotional standpoint, I hate to see that happen to anybody, to any race or any person, especially our race. But I'll always look at things from an energy standpoint, because I noticed that at one point I was getting bombarded and I was getting caught up in the police shootings and different things like that. I was just on the internet all day long looking it up. Look, this is wrong. I was mad. I was angry. And I remember one particular time when I was sitting in my backyard, I was about to make a video about the police shootings. And I was in the backyard, literally about to make a video with a book in my hand. And out of nowhere, the police came. So I was like, dang, what do you got going on? You know what I'm saying? I said, like, why are you in my backyard? And he was like, we looking for this person and this person, or something he was saying. And it was basically the person that lived there before me. But when he came in the backyard, he automatically went to being on alert mode, almost like he was, he didn't know who I was. This is my backyard. He didn't know what was going on, but he came with energy that I can't really even put my finger on it. But he went straight towards his gun, like, hold on, back up, like that. That's what he was saying to me. And I know how to talk, I know how to speak, so I broke it down real quick. I'm like, bro, that's not even necessary. This is my home. I do this, and I'm here for this. And I'm like, what's going on? And what I realized with it at that point, because and if you read my books and you read the type of beliefs I have, I know if you consume yourself in something, eventually that thing can show up in your world. And that's what I learned with that very lesson. So I said to myself, Dean, instead of being consumed with it and paying attention to them, keep doing this to us, keep putting it in the news, keep distracting us with all other type of racism and this white person said this. Instead of that, I just got to work on what I was doing, and I'm going to save as many people that's aligned with me as I possibly can. And I think if each and every one of us do that, even if you're white, if you each and every one of us pay attention to what we need to do to make it better, then this world will change itself, because it'll be a different energy. But right now we consumed in what they're doing. They continue to show us this and programming us in ways of feeling inferior and almost of a fear state at all times. But with all that said, I definitely emotionally feel for the family or feel for the people that were killed. But me personally, because I don't even look at the news when it comes to that type of things, because I already know it's there. So I just focus on what I got to do. I know that was a lot, but I've been thinking about this for like a year. So that's what I
but I mean, but it's nail on the head though. You know what I'm saying? It's like really, you know, as black men, you know, we have to be, you know, we're angry. I'm pretty sure every black man has anger inside. And just like you said, you have to learn how to redirect your energy. Like for me, like I'm still mad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like you were saying, you and your field, and you know, we can all, you know, benefit from, you know, what you said. It's one of the things to where I have allowed everything that's going on to consume me. You know, I'm at that point right now, and I'm more. It's more personal to me because of, like I said, I do, and I'm pretty sure like to us, you know. But you know, I do have a 25-year-old son. I got a 22-year-old son. I got a 15-year-old son. You know, and with that being said, you know, I don't want to get, like I said, like I was just telling Hayes, I don't want to get a phone call in the middle of the night saying that, hey, your son was shot by a police officer because he decided to run, or you know, he mistaked his wallet for a gun, or you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, you've already consumed the loss. You know, there is no going back. Once you shoot my child, he gone. You get what I'm saying? And so, like you said, I have to learn, just like you was just talking about, how to direct my anger to some positiveness. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm going through that loop right now where I'm angry. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm in a happy place in my life. Don't get me wrong. And I will say this. And this gives me a caveat to say, I have a new granddaughter. My granddaughter's 8 days old. My granddaughter's going. So I'm happy about that, man. Got a beautiful wife. Hey, she dog. When you have a grand, and I know I'm getting older now. I'll be 50 next year or whatever. But
yeah. You looking good, bro. You looking good, bro.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. So
you old.
That's a different type of. That's a different type of love, though. You get what I'm saying?
Right. I know. Hey, look, I was about to call you and be like, "Hey, man, you can tone the pictures down, dog." You was like, I was like, I gotta scroll a lot. I was like, all right.
Yeah. So without that being said, I'm happy right now. I'm in a happy place. I got a beautiful wife that I just married. You know, beautiful new granddaughter. I got my kids. I got a great job. Not job. I got a career. I call it. You know, I got a lot going on for the positive side. You get what I'm saying? So
and a podcast.
And a podcast. That's like 3,000. We 3,000 downloads in the wind right now. Are we heading that way? That's what I'm saying. Y'all. So like we head to the top. You know what I'm saying? Book sales going up a little bit.
That's what I'm saying.
So
look, you just did it then. You just shifted the energy then.
That's
cool. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta concentrate on that.
That's how you do it. Right there. That's exactly what you did.
And so I say all that to say this though. I have to learn that when a police officer get behind me, because I'm like nowadays, when a police car get behind me, first of all, I know my papers are good. I don't have no warrants. You know, I'm a law-abiding citizen. Right. But I still get nervous. You know what I'm saying?
We all do.
Because I'm a big black man, and first of all, now you're threatened by me. You get to my if you pull me over, you're threatened by me anyway. I drive a big black truck. That's 2 strikes to get me because I'm a big black man in a big black truck.
That's nicer than he is. That's nicer than he is.
Look, you need
he wish he had that.
That's what you need.
Yeah. And I'm in Florida. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got pulled over by a state trooper one time, and I knew he was gonna pull me over before he pulled me over. I actually He actually passed me, right? He passed me, slowed down to get behind me to pull me over. Like, why the hell you slow down to get, like, you just passed me?
He peeped.
I swerved. I'm on a highway. How the hell did I swerve on a highway? You know what I'm saying? It's traffic. But like I said, it's and I know, like you were saying earlier, you have to know how to talk to people. You get what I'm saying? And
that matters.
And I teach my sons the same thing. This is how you talk to people. This is how you avoid getting shot. You know, and I thought about this is probably one of my next projects. I'm gonna write a guide on how not to get shot. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to be able to running. Like, when you run, you're gonna get shot.
I don't know why. I don't know.
Probable cause, right?
The run game. I don't know the run game. That's just
probable cause.
I don't understand. If you run, you're gonna get shot. If you pull out anything out your pocket too fast, you're gonna get shot. If you go to your glove compartment too fast,
I've been in situations, got pulled over, and I would literally, like, either I already have my stuff ready to go and it's by the window, or I'm telling the police officer everything that I'm doing. I'm like, hey, sir, I'm getting ready to, my stuff is in the glove box. Can I go open in the glove box? And he'd be like, hey, you got anything in there? That be like, no, I do not. I have nothing in there that is, a sharp or a weapon or anything like that. Like, open the glove box, get the stuff. Like, I'm very much like, hey, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? To make sure, hey, you comfortable, because it's all about, it's more or less having that person be comfortable than it is me be comfortable. Because I'm just trying to get me being comfortable is being out of the situation. That person's situation, like, that situation is like, okay, I want to make you comfortable in this situation so you don't have a hair trigger or react in a wrong way because I did a quick movement of some kind, or I went to a place you didn't know. Like, I'm going to explain everything that I'm about to do. I'm going to get the whatever if I didn't already have it, and then I'm going to hand it to you. And I'm like, hey, for me, just like yourself, I have no warrants. I pay my taxes, do my thing. I'm in the military. Like, hey, I'll be like, hey, I've done nothing. Like, you're really going to be creating something if I'm the person that you like, I got to throw you against the car and stuff. Because I'm not fighting you. I'm just like, hey, I just don't want to be in front of you. So whatever I need to do to not be in front of you, cool. Let's go ahead and get that over with. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's that reaction, that having that anger and then saying, oh man, this is happening out there. Then you get pulled over and you see I have a chance to direct that anger at what I feel, and that officer could be a good officer. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And it could be a situation where it's like, dang, you directing the anger at a guy that was just like, hey man, I was just letting you know that your tail light was out, and you came at me like, so now I gotta raise my aggression to your aggression. You know what I'm saying? So
you gotta de-escalate the situation. You know what I'm saying? Before it escalates. Because first of all, he's gonna walk up to the car with an ego. He brings the ego to the car with him to let you know he's the authority. You know what I'm saying? I'm the authority here right now. What's going on? And for me, I would say officer serve all day long. Well, officer serve. I ain't got nothing to prove. I ain't got to prove to you I'm a thug. Can I see license? Yes, sir, officer, sir.
Got it. Right here. Yeah. How's your night going? How's your night going tonight?
I don't need you to prop me up in the club dead because nigga done shot me. Because I done got swapped with the police. I'm not gonna win. I'm not gonna win. You know what I'm saying? It's like I know what you put it on me for. No, bro. Sir. Yes, sir. I was speeding, sir. Yes, very much so. I was doing 2 miles over speed limit, sir. Yes. You want my registration? Yes, it's in the glove compartment. Get it. I'm not reaching for this shit.
That's how it be, though. That's how it be.
Because I got a gun in my truck. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got a gun in my truck, but I gotta let it look, sir. I got a gun in my truck. It is registered. You know what I'm saying? To me, my clips are right here. My gun is over there. They're not together. I'm carrying it legally. You know what I'm saying? Here's my concealed weapons license, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like like you said, you have to talk to them to make sure they're comfortable. Yeah. You know, I don't need them finding a gun in my glove department. Like, get on the ground. No, wait, whoa, sir. You know
I told you about that.
I told you about the gun already. And now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, run the numbers, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But we shouldn't and then on the other side, then you got the different persuasion that when they get pulled over, now I pay your salary and you're a employee of the state and I'm the manager and I ain't got time for that. You can't be like, you can't have the white person in the car. Like, I love white people. I'm very diverse. Like I said, my friends are white. Fine. But you can't have nobody white in the car with you when you get pulled by the police if you driving as a black man. Because they don't get you shot.
Yeah, they ain't trying to hit nothing in there. He's saying.
Yeah. You're just messing with him because he's black. Like, hey, calm down.
You don't gotta fight this fight.
Yeah. Let's go to court on this player.
I mean, now, I mean, with that taking place, even, hey, you got little kids and things of that nature that was at this Highland Park parade situation, and you're like, does that make, because we've had these mass shootings, sniperness type things that's been happening, no matter where you be going. Like, you had the DC sniper that was back in the day. You had the dude in Vegas that was shooting up the freaking country concert. You got people just doing the 4th of July, they getting shot up. Like, is this still, still in that situation of like, I almost are more nervous now because I have limited interaction with the police as a pulloverness, but I do go out in the crowds a lot. So it's one of those things where it's like, what is more dangerous nowadays? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm out in a crowd, it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, I got to look around, see what's going on. Like, okay, I'm seeing who may be walking through angry. You looking at, you know what I'm saying? Like, because of those type of situations. Like, if I go to a festival, I could go down to the Strawberry Fest that they be having here in Florida or whatever. And you'd be like, oh, I'm going to go to Strawberry Fest. You'd be like, okay, there could be somebody that decides, hey, today's the day. We got a lot of
they can't mess up the Strawberry Fest. But
I'm just saying, like, that's a perfect situation of those type of things. You know what I'm saying? Now, so it's like, have you felt those type of things, that type of, interaction or that feeling, saying, because you would have, just for me, like I said, I have more interaction with being in a big crowd. If I'm gonna decide, hey, I want to go see freaking Goody Mob or whatever, Goody Mob and Erykah Badu, and we in the stadium or whatever, you like, okay, because somebody come in here and just wild out, you know what I'm saying? Just like going to the black church and shooting up stuff, like, you don't know. You
don't. You really don't know what can happen, but and I definitely feel that feeling. I mean, I got my gun and everything like that. You gotta have, take certain precautions with it, but once again, and this is just where I'm at with it, just in my mind, because I think when they show us these things, even though it's really happening, I'm not knocking anything that's happening. This is crazy times that we in, but I also believe they show us those things to keep you in that fear state, to keep you in that distraction state. Because just think about it like this: yes, it has been a lot of different mass shootings lately, but I mean, just based off of, think about how many festivals. It might be a year. And how many times does that happen? Maybe out of all of those, maybe one, maybe two, you know what I mean?
Right.
But because they press it on us so hard that we constantly see it, now it's in your mind when you walk outside, like, damn, is he about to shoot me? Is he about to shoot? We even before they was pushing this, we had to worry about, especially being black, you got to worry about more so about your own people shooting you in the club or something. Like, that's more so where my mind goes with being worried. I worry about the things that's directly affecting me in my environment, not to shoot anything off. That's why I'm still such a public figure, and I speak and I do things, because I know it's a problem, but I also know they push that fear and they push those things on us to make us in that state, because that lowers your vibration when you go outside and you scared. You scared to do anything about it. You scared of this police officer when it's really just a dude you probably went to school with, and now he just grown and got a little beard. He look a little different to you now, but probably in high school, y'all probably would have been friends or something. So I take all of that away from them. I take that uniform off. I take that, and I look at you as a person. I want to see your soul, and I want to understand who's in front of me at this time. Now, it could be an evil soul,
Yeah.
Could be an evil spirit, but 9 times out of 10, when I have interactions with the police and I hold myself up that way, they usually either bow down to what I'm doing or either be on the same page with me. I literally had an argument. I literally argued with a police. I didn't argue with him, but I had a talk with a police officer when I was in school. They came to my door. We were having a party, and I broke down something to him. I was like, you feel you have power with that uniform on? And he was like, well, the judge gave me power. I was like, well, who gave him power? He's a human, and I said to him, and I said to the lady cop that was with him, I said, look, why you got on sleeves and he don't? He's cold out here probably. You know why he don't have no sleeves on? She was like, yeah, this is my tenure. Because I got tenure, I get to wear these sleeves. I said, so you've been out here fighting crime, all they gave you was some sleeves? She stopped and thought about that. I'm talking about thought about it so hard. And then the next time I seen her, because I seen her at my job, I was working at Walmart then. Yeah. And I told her, I said, I was doing a job at Walmart. You need these bullets behind me. I was in sporting goods. I was like, you need these bullets. This is my job now. So I have the bullets that you need. I was just breaking it down to her. But then the next time I talked to her, when she came in Walmart, she said the other guy, because of the words that I said, he actually quit. The next week, he said he didn't want to be on police no more. So sometimes you gotta sometimes you gotta be real with people. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be like, you a human, bro. You got a job. You went to a little academy and you made 40 grand. You got kids at the house. You got a family. So I look at people from that viewpoint. I strip you of those. I strip you of that power from me because you got a job. I could be a police officer right now. So I'm not even. It ain't nothing to me. But don't just take my word for it. Like people that's out there listening, because this took a long time to get where my mindset at. This took the angry stage. This took the frustration. This took me going out there thinking I had to fight. I was protesting outside George Floyd, everything. Then I said to myself, hold on. I'm going to just handle my family, raise my family, do good in the community, and make sure that I leave something that they can use, and that's coming with my books, and keep growing. That's all I can do at this point, because they've been doing this. They know what their plan is, but we got to have one.
Yeah. Right. So let me ask you, I got a question for both of y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can answer it first, and then, Prestige, you can come in after. So I feel like there has to be a solution to the current problem. And if we had the power, and let me say individually, if you had the power, Hayes first, if you had the power to come up with a national solution to the policing problem, what would your, and I'll give you my answer after y'all answer, but what would your approach be to fixing the policing issue? Where do you think it starts?
I feel like I think the biggest thing would be, it has to be people that are within that community that police that community. It's no different than what they started doing out west, where you had the Black Panthers was doing their whole thing in their own community. You had the originally Bloods and Crips were handling it in their own community. The situation is that you have to have the police have to be from your community and know those people. It's just like having a business, no different than the Italians and the Greeks, and you have those different corners of like New York and Chicago and stuff like that. And they have, not to segregate themselves, but the people of that community have to be able to police that community. When you got somebody that that you grew up with, or that's around that area and knows the area, and is not a stranger to the area and not a stranger to the people, then it becomes a situation like, yo, Ricky, I know your mom, man. Like, you shouldn't be out here doing this, and this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, hey, we can go to the crib, talk to your mom. Like, I want you to do good. Like, then you have those people that are like, they'll see you do something bad, just like back in the day. Hey, the neighbor could whip your butt just like your mom could whip your butt. You know what I'm saying? Because they was like, yo, he out here doing bad things. We trying to square him away to make sure that he don't go down the wrong path. The police officer should be very much like that. Like, hey, I'm gonna take you home, man, because I know your parents, and we gonna make sure that you squared away. And then it's a situation where it's not like not necessarily that you fearful of the police, but you know that they have good intentions for the things that they're doing. right now we don't have a situation where we believe there's any good intentions of what the police are doing. That's the situation. The police are there just to make sure people ain't doing bad stuff. And
Yeah.
there's nobody that wants bad stuff happening around them. I don't know anybody that was like, man, I love the shootings on my street. Like, there's not a person that does that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is fantastic. Like, I got robbed for the 8th time today. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's happy about that. You know what I'm saying?
If you get
Right.
robbed 8 times in one day,
yeah, you didn't give it up, man.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, nobody likes it, and I don't. It's like, and that's the conundrum that we have right now. It's like, yo, black people don't like crime, just like white people don't like crime. But the situation is like, dang, we also have situations where, the police aren't from where we're from, so they can't have that personal interaction, or they're not around to have that personal interaction. And what a lot of people are doing nowadays is when they start doing the police initiatives and things like that, that's exactly what they started doing. Hey, go out into the neighborhood, meet the people, go play basketball, go to the park and just hang out and talk to people and be a person, and then a police officer, compared to being a police officer that's secondarily or, thirdly, a person. And that's the biggest deal, because when you are able to treat somebody respect and you see that they're a respectable person, then you act different. People act different when they respect the person that's given the authority. So that would be the biggest thing for me, is it would be all about giving that policing to the people that are within the community, would be the biggest thing. And I feel like that would help, because then you have that respect for the person that's doing it. So
what you got, Prestige?
I like that. I like that answer you said, though. That's pretty much going the same way that I would take it. It more so have to be with, people that get that much power. They have to have a certain grace to themselves with that power, because it comes with a lot of responsibility. You could literally kill somebody and get off on it. So that's a lot of responsibility to be in a human's hand, especially a human that doesn't understand Black people. Because if you don't understand us, you could read it wrong easily, because we loud, we argue, we fight, you might got the drunk uncle, the crackhead uncle, whatever it might be. But when you know who that is, like when I see somebody, I like, dang, he look like my uncle right there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm able to relate with him. Yeah, all right, bro. Even if he being wild, all right, bro, you got it, bro. Just fall back, calm down. We want to put, you know what I'm saying? So I agree with you with that part. With it, because like even with the NOI, like Nation of Islam, they have those they have their soldiers that stick with Farrakhan and stick with, you can hire them for your security, and them boys do not play. They are well trained and they are very well organized. Now I think we could do that. We're already doing it, but I think it's a gatekeeper to make sure that that doesn't happen. It's not just us saying, oh, ain't no men willing to step up and go outside. No, it is. But it's a gatekeeper making sure that doesn't happen. And that goes back to what I was saying with, they want to put that in our face, because that's the goal. Keep y'all low, keep y'all scared of us, keep you in fear, be in fear for your children instead of raising them up to be powerful. We raising them. And it's smart now. I'm not saying it's not smart, but we're raising them to kind of be docile in a way. But you want them to also be protected, because you got to recognize what age you're in. But if it goes back to the question you asked about the police, though, one thing about it, they probably wouldn't allow those type of things. We would have to forcefully do that, and I don't know how that really looks. But I know, and it takes a lot of sacrifices. So I don't know if people were really willing to go that far. But another thing I would say, though, would be, paying them better, as well as better training when you're dealing with like psychology and communication skills and understanding people. All other jobs, you got to go to school for 4, 5, 6 years, be a doctor, be a psychiatrist. You got to go for 10 years. But a police officer, 6 months, you're in academy. It don't matter what you had before that, your family history, nothing. They don't look further enough into these people's backgrounds to make sure that you got good police officers, just like they do with the FBI and stuff. I think it should be more to it that they do in the military. Like the military, you're not just about to be top ranked sergeant without putting the rank in, right? If I'm not mistaken. But to be a police officer, you just go, oh, you can run? Oh, you in physical shape? Oh, you can pass this test? Boom, let's get out here and let's go to downtown Chicago and get these criminals. But it's not going to work that way. You don't know how to communicate, or the psychology is off. So on a basic level, I think more training and paying them better so they don't have to feel like, just like teachers, you know, you're not going to do that good of a job. You're only getting 40 grand and you risking your life. You know, I think you should give about at least 80, 90, maybe even 100. You know, you might do your job better than you don't want to lose that. You get used to that lifestyle. Like, oh no, I ain't finna write this ticket wrong. I'm not about to see this.
He said that he said that bill fell instantly when you said that. He said 100. He was like, oh, I'm not voting for that bill. He was like,
that's good. No, they ain't getting that. They ain't getting 100. But okay, let's go down a little bit lower. Maybe about 70 starting.
Yeah, give them 60, 70.
Yeah, but that 100 deep. But not right now. They don't deserve the 100. But I'm saying if it came in like that, you might have a different outcome. Because, bro, if you get 100 grand, you're gonna take your job a little bit more serious. I don't care what you do.
So I got a couple scenarios, and I'm gonna give y'all some fake scenarios.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give y'all my real answer. So fake scenario would be, I think that we should have police segregation. So if you white, you can only police white people.
Oh no, I agree. I'm with that. I agree with you on that.
Listen. If you black, you can police black people. But if you mix,
but the black police officers bad too, though. The black police officers get on you too, though.
That was my fake scenario. I just had to say it though. This shit came to mind like that shit probably wouldn't work. But anyway.
I'd be like, hey man,
it'll be less people getting shot though.
You know what? That sounds like a Clarence Thomas idea. What you doing?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, if you're a female, you police only female.
Only female.
And if you're a white female, you police white female. Like if I'm a police officer, I pull up on you and you white, I'm like, oh, my bad, cuz. You good.
Hey,
you good?
Yeah. But you gotta put this into effect too, though. Like with it when like what I was saying with the gatekeeper, I had a video I put on TikTok recently. And by the way, follow me on TikTok. I got like 77,000 followers now. I've been doing real good on there. But I make a video.
I'm actually following you on TikTok, but I need.
Oh, okay.
I need your usual influencer skills because I got some stuff I need to promote. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, let me know. Yeah, I done worked on it. I just studied now. But
okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, I forgot my train of thought right then. But I was gonna go into just about I made a video recently on TikTok, and it was about a guy that was telling how he's a private investor in prisons. Well, he's an owner of a prison. And he was breaking it down, and he broke down basically how this goes, because that's why I go back to that gatekeeper. It has to be somebody in those penitentiaries, because those penitentiaries make money. Private investors, you could just have enough money, you could go buy a prison. Then you get with the legislation, like the judges, or you get with the politicians and say, hey, I want to get this bill passed so I can make sure that more people coming into my prison. And then it just becomes a cycle of us on the outside of this and being a victim of it. When I say a gatekeeper, I'm talking about that money. I'm talking about those private investors. I'm talking about those politicians. I'm talking about those judges that get paid for putting enough people into the penitentiary. So it's a bigger game than just them outside shooting us. It's like they don't want to shoot us. They want you in that prison and get that free labor more than anything. So it's a deeper level there.
I look at it like this, and I totally agree. And I look at it like this. Something you said, both of y'all said, that first of all, I feel like there has to be a nationwide sweep to where if you don't pass certain criteria to be a police officer, they should go through social media, they should go through your full background, your family background, mental health, all this stuff needs to come into play when it comes to making a person a police officer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like you can't have hidden racism, or you know what I'm saying, and then Now you don't like Asian people, but as soon as you get a badge, you're able to have authority over Asian people. So now, you know what I'm saying, if you decide to shoot an Asian person, you know what I'm saying, you don't have justification to satisfy your desire to kill an Asian person. You know what I'm saying? So, but with all that being said, like you said, it takes 4 to 8 years to become a professional anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you could be, like I said, you could be a police officer in 6 months. That's some bullshit. I think, like you said, it should be a college degree, a law degree of some sort to become a police officer. That means you worked hard. You worked hard to get where you're at. You know what I'm saying? You passed everything you needed to pass. You went through all these different freaking, even in the military, you go through psychological situations. You go through all these different platforms to become, because I can't go, like I've been, like, and Hayes will tell you, we've been to war zones, and I can't, just because I think this Arab guy looks like a Taliban, I can't shoot this man because I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know this man. And I've met, like, for example, I was in Afghanistan. I met multiple multiple Afghanis who had kids, and I've sat down and talked to guys that we talk about our kids together, and all they want is to, you know, be able to take care of their families just like we want to take care of our families, right? So then you got this man over here, be like, oh, well, that dude right there, he the Taliban, I'm about to shoot him. That man ain't Taliban. That man just, you know what I'm saying, Afghan that's trying to take care of his family. But you have to be able to, your mindset has to be able to understand and have some type of compassion for somebody besides the pride that you take over. You know what I'm saying? So me as a black man, I don't have any issues with white people, Asian people, Latinos, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We are all human. We are all put here by God, and we all, you know, by the Creator. So who am I to say I don't like this man because he's Asian? You know what I'm saying? Or I don't like this man because he's white. You know, I don't have an issue with that. But what I do have an issue with is if you're racist of any kind, if you're black racist, if you're white racist, if you're Asian racist, or Asian, you know what I'm saying? I live in Florida. There's a lot of Spanish people that's racist. They don't like black people. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, how can I put you in charge or give you any type of authority over the people that you hate? It's, you know what I'm saying? It's common sense. And it seems like, you know, I know what we do is when we're in training, when we go through these scenarios, we have to put on our best face. You get what I'm saying? Put on our best face and be like, oh yeah, you know, but I don't know about Hayes, but when I was in the military 13 years. Yeah, man, people I met in the military that never met a black person face to face, that never seen a physically seen a black person. Now, how can you say
vice versa? Vice versa too, though.
I've seen that too. I've seen other ones where it's like, yo, I've never been hanging around with black people before. I've seen a black person that hadn't been hanging around with black people before. Like had been in an area where they really didn't have any black people that was in the area. They was like the one, and they grew up in that area. And then it was like they came and was like, oh shoot, like I didn't know.
Yeah, so
like they was just as fearful as other people.
Yeah, so how do you know my culture if you've never been around me?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You think that all black people, all we do is listen to hip hop music.
Get it from the TV, man.
You know what I'm saying? Get free watermelon. No, nigga, that's not our MO. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I had to tell somebody, I had to tell a guy at work one time. I had to break it down, you know, because he kind of tried me at work. And I said, first of all, dude, I got 3 college degrees. You know what I'm saying? I have 3 major certifications. You know what I'm saying? My resume is impeccable. Don't play me because I'm a black man, because you don't think, you know what I'm saying, I have these accolades, because I do. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because you feel like I'm from a small town, Pensacola. I'm a little country boy, blah, blah, blah. You don't know. But if you don't know me, if you don't know my culture, if you don't know where my background, if you don't know where I'm going or my drive or my motivation or what I'm doing in my life, how can you judge me? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've met white guys that I thought, you know, and it was stereotypical, that I automatically thought was rednecks and was the coolest white dudes I ever met in my life. You get what I'm saying? Because we as human beings have this thing where we stereotype from a basis. You know, we start out with a basis of what we think is supposed to be the scenario. Like, just a perfect example. My brother-in-law, he's white. If you see him, he looks like a biker. You know what I'm saying? Because my wife is mixed. You know what I'm saying? Greatest guy you ever meet. My mom is from Queens, New York. My dad's from Pensacola, Florida. They love this man. They met this dude. They fell in love with this dude. You better come see us. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't automatically assume when you see somebody that they're a certain way. You know what I'm saying? One of the nicest guys I ever met in my life. You get what I'm saying? But we as human beings and we as people, we stereotype people from the moment we see them. And then, so I say that to say this. So how can you as an authority, police officer or whatever, come in and be like, well, you're automatically this way. We know how black people are.
Right.
Like, you know how we all are as a whole? Yeah, black people are in America. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how we all are. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's my point of view on it. But, like I said, we need, like you said, need more training. There needs to be more insight on job. Like, I mean, on the job training ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
In this case.
Yeah, not in this case, because it's a matter of life and death. And it needs to be consequences. That's another thing. It needs to be consequences. There got to be consequences. Like, when you should know, if you shoot somebody that you wasn't supposed to shoot, right. Or you should know that you need to follow everything, because I feel like this. I believe in, if you shoot somebody, somebody needs to shoot you. Period. You know what I'm saying? You need, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you shoot my son, guess what? Yeah, eye for an eye. I feel like that's the best. I guarantee you'll think twice before you shoot somebody else. Like, when I'm getting ready to shoot at somebody, I'm like, because I tell my son, and let me get off my soapbox. I'm gonna say this. I told my son, my oldest son, long time ago. I said, man, it takes you 3 seconds to make a valuable decision in your life. It can change your life, or make sure that you stay alive or whatever. So before you do anything, you got 3 seconds to make that decision. Probably less, to be like, oh, should I shoot this man or not? You know what I'm saying? So that's telling me, if you shot this man, if this man got shot, 60 times, 90 times, something like that? Yeah. If this man nobody in their head thought about, is this a good idea or not? You know what I'm saying? Is this the way we should go? You know what I'm saying? Should we tase this man? Should we just do a foot pursuit or whatever? Everybody thought it was okay to pull their guns out and just start shooting. You know what I'm saying? That nobody made that 3 second, I call it 3 second rule. You know what I'm saying? I know, like, if I go into Walmart and I see some candy I want and I can't afford it, in my head, I got 3 seconds to be like, should I steal this candy or not? Probably not a good idea. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? But it makes sense, as you know what I'm saying? So I don't understand how that doesn't make sense for somebody with authority like the police or whatever. So anyway, I'm off my soapbox. Sorry.
I got you. Well, you know what I'm saying? You was pushing the time, baby. You was pushing the time. But I know you had to get that off your chest. I know you was pushing that off your chest. So,
bro, been thinking about this all week.
He was ready. He had 2 weeks filled up. He said, my cup runneth over.
Hey, I had an afro comb. You think it's out in my head?
I thought you said, ain't nothing wrong with it. Bro's going hard, bro. Thinking about this, though. I feel you, though. It's real. It's real, though.
Yeah, man. It's real.
We're going to move on to the music of the week right now. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So right now, we got the music.
We're out in.
I know, man. Hey, you know, I was trying to help you out, but, you know, you had to do your thing.
My bad.
But anyways, Mid Ketchup Podcast, hip hop music releases July 10th.
Who we got?
2020. We had a few people came out, some low names, not known names, things of that nature. But you know, you got West Side Gun in there from Griselda Group, Little Blood, West Coast Cat. Kid Cudi came out with a compilation that has a lot of his former hits on there, things of that nature. Ransom had another album that came out, you know, a good like New Jersey, New York boom bap, and had a Joe Budden feature on there. So that was interesting to see Joe Budden come back through on that deal. But I had one that
talking.
I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, man, that feature. I was like, that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it was pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that West Side Gun was straight boom bap, and you know, Ransom, like I said, very boom bap with it, New York, New Jersey style, doing his thing. So it was pretty good. That Apollo Brown was like instrumentals, which was nice. I was like, yo, man, you could flow on a few of these. You know what I'm saying? Like he had some nice little beats that he put out on there. I think that one's about 20 some odd tracks on there. But the thing that caught my eye right there was just to show y'all that Burner Boy, which was an Afrobeat joint, So it was nice. I mean, he had some good little tracks on there, 19 tracks. If you feel like you want to, you know what I'm saying, get with the Afro beat wave, take it back to the motherland and bust out some nice little tribal style
Okay.
dancing, you know what I'm saying? It was legit.
Mm.
So I really enjoyed that album. You know, so there's been a lot of stuff to be going on. Everybody trying to bring out their summertime hits to make sure that everybody's good to go out there. So make sure you check those out. Like I said, the Mid Ketchup Spotlight is Burner Boy, Love Demi. It's a Afro beat, 19 tracks. Like I got last, really good song, Glory, Science, and Kilometer. Really good songs right there. So go check
Okay.
those out if you got time. Jump on that Amazon Music, and while you're on Amazon Music, daggone, listen to our podcast because it's on
Yeah.
Amazon Music as well. So go check
No
out
doubt.
the
Let's get
podcast, no doubt.
it.
All right, and we back up in here. Let's go ahead
Yeah.
with the interview, man. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
man.
We want to concentrate on this man right here, Prestige, man. Tell us, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
named the podcast Welcome to the Metaverse. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? We got
Yeah,
that
I
whole
like it.
situation. So I was
I
like,
like
all
it.
right, man, you got to talk to us, you know what I'm saying? For those that don't understand you know, the type of
Metaphysics.
feel that you in there and the
Yeah.
metaphysical, you know what I'm saying? Explain to
Yeah,
us, you know what I'm saying, what is the metaphysical for those that don't know out there?
yeah, for sure, for sure. So metaphysics just is a branch of philosophy, and it deals with the unseen. See, meta means unseen,
Mhm.
outside of the physical. So metaphysical can go into many categories, many different things, such as your thoughts, going into even spirits, different spirituality, meditation, manifesting, law of attraction, might even go into just different philosophies from the past, certain occult teachings and things like that. So it's a lot of different branches that metaphysics can fall under, just anything outside of the physical. So it might be studying energy, vibrations. It's like the next level of science, outside of just like how people just pay attention to the things that you can actually feel. We're going more so into the things that we can feel, but we may not be able to see it with our two eyes. We may be able to pick it up with other senses. So we go into stuff like intuition and things like that. And metaphysics with me personally, what I do or what I study more than anything is the mind and mind science and, you know, healing traumas and going into mental health and psychology and things like that. That's where my focus is with metaphysics, but it's a broad topic that handles a lot of different areas. And people, you know, when you hear a person say they're a metaphysician, you might want to ask like, what, you know, what branch or what are you doing? Because it could be tarot cards to counseling. You know, it's just so wide range. But the basis of the definition is any the study of things outside of the physical.
Okay.
Okay.
I saw that on you know, I did a little research on your books and things of that nature, and I know that you got Mind Alignment and Mind Alignment 2.0 that I've checked out here. Looks like that one, that Mind Alignment 2.0, that was one that just came out not too long ago. What you know, like with your books, can you give the people out there an idea of like, you know, when they dive into some of your writing, you know,
Yeah,
what are the little premise that they can get and gain from that mind alignment?
yeah, for sure. So Mind Alignment is it's the series of books. I got Mind Alignment. Part one came out 2020 of May. Wake Up Your Stolen Greatness Through Mind Power. Then we got Mind Alignment 2.0, Paradigm Shift of the Black Mind. These are covers. This is the
There
new
you
one,
go.
like you were saying. And then we
There
got this one.
Okay.
So my goal was to teach a generation. This is my philosophy right here. My goal is to teach a generation the power that's within them already. So I'm one of the people. It's not many people that's doing what I'm doing that look like me, but it's a very wide range topic if you look at other cultures and other races. So what I wanted to do was put myself in a position to look like the people that look like me and teach these things to them, because a lot of times our people don't want to hear it from nobody else. If it's not coming from a Black person or something, they be like, I don't want to hear it. But I dove into that, and I've been studying for over 15 years. So I study people like Napoleon Hill, people that wrote Think and Grow Rich, William Walker Atkinson, Reverend Ike. You know, he goes into the Christian standpoint of metaphysics. It's just a bunch of names that I've studied. Abraham Hicks, you know, Jack Canfield. It's just different. It's real easy for me to get into like different teachers because, you know, me coming up, and I wanted to speak on that earlier, I was around mostly white people, you know, based on my school and my area. So I'm able to kind of see both sides. I was raised, you know, on that side, but in my family, you know, in the bottom or whatever. So I was able to see both ends of it. And that makes me a very versatile person. And what I noticed when I was looking at this stuff, I was like, I don't never see nobody that look like me or speak like me with speaking on law of attraction or manifesting. So that was my goal. And in the book, the first one was just basically just breaking down the mind and the power of your mind and how your thoughts play a direct role into the reality that you see, how your thoughts play a direct role in how you feel every day, how stress plays a role in your body and the releasing of cortisol and things, and going into meditation practices. And I'm trying to make it cool or normalized amongst our people. Like last week, or Wednesday, I went to a Richmond County Juvenile Court. I'm in Augusta, by the way, but Richmond County Juvenile Court in Georgia. And I did a meditation with the kids, you know, and they needed it. You know, they don't get that peace of mind. They don't get that moment. And a lot of people put the physical before the spiritual. But in my philosophy, the spirit comes first because it's what creates the physical. So I'm the person that, you know, is working with their mind and teaching them the things that they can use years from now. Because I didn't learn until I was like 25 going on 30 what meditation was or anything. So I said, I'm going to be that face for them. But yeah, as far as the books go, it just in the 2.0, the paradigm shift, this is about the Black mind. So I go into things like how trauma is passed on through slavery, how, you know, there's a lot of things that's in our DNA that makes us do certain things that we do. Black psychology, African-American psychology. What else I got in here? Different positive mental propaganda, the power of music, just different things in this one. And this one's special to me because it's for the people and it gives more of my story as well. The first one was just more so teaching them about the mind and why do I even need to even know these things. So, yeah.
So what do you got?
My question is this, because I've tried it before, and how hard is it to be able to control your mind? And I say what I'm meaning is like I've tried meditation, and I kind of feel like my mind at some point in time is so busy that I can't narrow it down to a science. Like I've talked to, I followed different train teachers or whatever, as far as, you know, teaching the art of meditation. And, you know, they all say the same thing, you know, stick with it. You know, eventually your mind will succumb to, you know, the control. But I've never been able to control my mind. And so from your perspective, what is that? How does that, like, I guess my question is, how do you get past that?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, really and truly, it's an everlasting journey. Like, I still have negative thoughts. I still catch myself, you know, overthinking things or going the wrong way with it. But I'm aware of this now. Before I would just let it go. Now I'm like aware of it, like, oh, I'm going the wrong direction with this. Let me just stop this thought or this thought process before it goes somewhere dark. But I never try to act like I don't have negative thoughts. I never try to be the type of person to tell someone that you can just stop your negative, like stop thinking negative. That's how I was when I first heard about it. Don't ever think a negative thought. Think positive. And I realized that wasn't true. You have to be the observer of your thoughts because you got this physical body, but in your mind, you got these thoughts running. Who's behind that that's listening to those thoughts? That's who you are. You're the observer of your thoughts. You're not just your thoughts. Your thoughts could come from TV, white people programming, these videos they showing us, whatever it may be. That could be what your thoughts is filled with. But when you become the person that's an observer, instead of trying to fight it, you end up seeing what kind of thoughts are you thinking for yourself. And then that's when you begin to make the changes, because now you're noticing when you're doing it, more often, and you know that it has an effect. Before you just, oh well, this the reality. I'm thinking about my reality. I'm going through it right now. But you don't realize that you're putting yourself in that the more you feed into those same thoughts. So when I have those negative thoughts, or when times get, because right now I'm even in a hard time, but I always keep my practices at the forefront, and I'm able to observe what I'm thinking or where I'm going with things. And that's what meditation is about. You don't get to the point of quieting your mind unless you like some kind of Buddhist monk or in the mountains or something. We in America, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we out here really working. We got stuff to do. I'm reading a book now called Urban Monk, and it goes into like a urbanized way of spirituality in the West compared to how it is in the East. Because when you look in the East, they into meditation, they, you know, Indian, Hindu religions, Buddhist, things like that. But when you're here in America, white or black, it's moving. This place is stressful. It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But taking that time for yourself going through these things will make it easier to deal with, but you will never quiet your mind completely. And that's why people stop. Don't stop because your mind is talking. Pay attention to what your mind is saying in that moment. Don't fight it, and don't look for something outrageous to happen. People think God gonna show up, or you know, you gonna see you. This is for you.
God gonna show up?
No.
He's like, hold up. He said, I've been calling, and he ain't like.
God ain't gonna show up. God is just gonna be like, bro, you laying in your bed, like, no.
I've been meditating. I had a 1 hour.
I ain't seen God yet. I have not seen God yet. He might show up for some people, but I haven't seen. I have felt the presence. I have felt the loving presence. I went to a space that I haven't been normally conscious, and I know that was something outside of this. But that takes time. That takes years of practice. So what I tell beginners is, and like I was telling the kids, because I guide them through the meditation. So I'm speaking with them. They put headphones on. It's like a silent headphones. They put it on. They got the music playing. I got the mic, and I walk around. They lay down, and a lot of them go to sleep. A lot of them go to sleep. A lot of them just come back just quiet and calmer. So we just need those moments of silence. That's it. A moment to yourself to reflect and restore yourself. That's it.
I for sure had times. You know, I would get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and I would do like that was also like before I would go run, like running in the morning. So I would like go and I would just like sit and like I'm stretching, but then I'm just in the dark because my wife still be asleep. So I'm in the dark and I'm trying not to make noise. So I'm just like eyes closed. It's already dark in the room, and I'm just like stretching. But that was the time where I'm like quiet in my mind, just like, all right, thinking about like, okay, you know, just those type of things. And that was, at least for me, that was the best time.
That's exactly what it is.
I did that's what it is. Back to sleep.
Well, I wasn't that's good too,
bro. But the reason why I can break that down too. The reason why that happens is because when you're meditating, your brain is calming down, your brain's slowing down. So it's different wavelengths that your brain is at while you're conscious and while you're meditating, while you're relaxing. And it's easily to go to that next level of just I'm asleep. But that's a good sign, because that means you were relaxed enough and comfortable enough to go to sleep. You calmed yourself down. That's why a lot of people meditate before they go to sleep. But I wanted to hit what you were saying though about in the morning. Like, that is the most powerfulest thing you can do. It's like what he said, before your family get up, before your wife, before the children get there, before you touch the world, get in tune with yourself. And then he said exercise after that. Oh my goodness. That's like the habits that will make you a Superman, like literally. Because when you start doing that and then you go out into the public, the world looks different. The world looks different. You have a different energy. You going to work, people in there sluggish and man, I hate to be here. They jumped up out the bed, but you already ready. They like, calm down, bro. Like, no, I got this energy because I've been spending time with myself. So like morning habits and morning meditation. If I can get to it, I try to get to it on a regular, but when I don't do it, I feel the big difference than when I do
Yeah.
it. So it's simple things, but we make them complicated. It's just
So
as
you got,
simple as what he said.
yeah. So he definitely gave me, you know what I'm saying, a little, an idea. Cause I get up in the morning too. I go to the gym about 6. So I figured that, like I said, that is a good idea to kind of,
Y'all
you know what I'm
on
saying?
it.
So what I do, yeah, cause what I do is, you know, a lot of times I've tried meditation, and like I say, my mind wanders, you know, and it wanders. So because I've always been, first of all, I have ADHD. So, you know, my mind, and I talked to, when I talked to the lady that was teaching me meditation, this somebody who had went through, she had a brain tumor, and over the last 3 or 4 years, she's been recovering and trying to, you know, learn how to be, you know, her again. So she adopted meditation in her daily life, and it's, like I said, she says changed her life. And so a couple of years back, I went through some stuff myself, and I was like, you know what, I want to do this, you know, do something, clear my mind, reset my brain, you know. But for me, it was just, like I said, it got to a point where my mind would wander. You know, I would try to relax and kind of disconnect, but my mind would all, and I've always been that way. My mind is always, I went through a time in my life where I couldn't even sleep because I always had something going on. I always had the next big thing coming out. I always had the next something. You know, I always got something going on, whether it's a new book, whether it's a new business, something, blah, blah, blah. So my mind is always going. So I want to learn how to slow that down and disconnect for a small period of time so I can reset. You get what I'm saying? Because like I said, stress is a killer. You know, stress is responsible for 80% of the diseases that we have, you know, and you know, being able to disconnect from that stress is, you know, will definitely, you know, kind of say reset your body, reset your mind, and get you in a good place, man. So definitely, I like the fact that you are, you know, and like I said, I follow you on TikTok, so I do see a lot of the, you know, things you put out. And so let me ask you this too. So, and I'm not sure what it's called, so don't excuse my verbiage.
No, you good, you good.
So
that's what I'm here for.
So I see you with the what is it, chalice and the
singing bowl.
Singing ball. What? So what?
Right.
So yeah. So what is it? What is it called?
It's called a. I got different ones. What it's called, that the one that I think you're talking about is a crystal singing bowl, and then also I got a Tibetan singing bowl. So the Tibetan, that comes from like we were talking about earlier, Tibet, like the Buddhists and things like that use those things because sound plays a role in our frequency in our body and particles in our body and our DNA. You know, music plays a heavy role in that. That's why they use music to program people. That's why they use music to calm people down. That's why they use music to, you know, you could just go to the club and they play the right song. You might be for the ladies, then you think you're a player. Then it might be, you know, if you buck, you ready to fight somebody. So,
you better
you
turn
know
up.
what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, Lil John was talking to me at one point, like, let's go slap him over there or something. But you know, so it's a heavy influence, and as you see, our music is usually self-sabotaging and destructive. And then the frequency that they recording it at, and you can listen to Kanye talk about this. You can listen to the younger guy, XX Tentacion or something like that. I think it was. I don't really know all the rappers and stuff like that no more, but I know he was one that was speaking on the frequency of what it does to your body. And, you know, they basically said they killed them for that kind of information. But when you're doing the singing bowls and those tones and those frequencies, it has a direct effect on your body. So different notes and different frequencies of it does different things to different energy centers in your body. So when I meditate now, and that's good for you if you learn how to do it, because what that does when I meditate with that, it gives me something else to concentrate on than just sitting there with my thoughts. I'm sitting there with that, and then before you know it, you just got into the sound and faded away, and it makes it easier than just being in my head so much. But But yeah, that's just another instrumental tool that I've learned how to use, and I use it with my meditation practices and also with other people. And we got a practice coming. Like my main goal, like right now, my real goal is to get like a wellness center or a metaphysical center where I'm going to be teaching these things. And I got like order like a sound bed where you lay on it and it just, you know, you put your headphones on and it just put these vibrations through you and these different sounds, and it rejuvenates your body and your mind. So it's like, that's where we're going next. And if you're not really paying attention, you don't really recognize it. But me paying attention, that's what science is into now. They want to know the quantum world. They want to know the consciousness. They want to know the thoughts. They want to know what frequency does to our body. So it's a lot of new science coming out that's proving that we need these type of things, and they've been using it against us for so long.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, that singing bowl is deep. Yeah, it's deep, but it's easy.
So check this out. So Hayes.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's time, since we talk about the singing bowls, you know, it's time to get. So I'm gonna let you go to your next segment so we can respect this man's deck.
All right.
I'm gonna grab my charger real quick, fellas. While y'all doing it, I'm gonna grab my charger.
Yeah, all right.
Or is it for me?
I mean, this is kind of for you.
Oh, well, let's go then.
We can knock this out real quick. And,
yeah. I didn't want to down.
I'll move into the next segment after that. So what we normally do with any person that steps into our metaverse, our verse, or our Ketchup verse, you know, step in there. We always have to respect the deck of anybody's in there, and I feel like you may be old enough gentleman to know what that means when we say respect the deck, because you know, got the tape deck, got to make sure that we are letting you know, or you're giving us the information on, you know, what type of music really influenced you throughout your life, album, song, and artist. So we usually start out like, hey, respecting your deck, like what is your favorite album that influenced you during your life, or that you could go to, or the, you know, like everybody talks about, hey, you on an island and you only can take one album with you, you know, like what's that go-to album that you would take with you?
I already know that answer. That's Tupac. That's All Eyes on Me. That's the one that I'm going with.
Okay.
All Eyes on Me.
All Eyes on Me. We've had a few of those. We've had a few of All Eyes on Me coming through here. All right.
Yeah, Tupac was my first teacher.
Okay. Got you. So then, you know, also, what's that one song? You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be off that album. What's that one song that, like, no matter what, you be like, oh, that's that jam. Like, you could be in any mood and be like, yo, that's it. That's what's that one song that's that hit?
I don't even know why it's this really though, but I don't even think it's and it's not Tupac. It's actually UGK. I like High Life. We live in that
high life. Yeah,
that's my joint now. That's my joint. That's my joint right there. Like, and if you listen to what they saying, like the older I got, the more I really. He said. It's people peeing on them. It's people living on them corners that you pee on. Probably because society felt they didn't belong. But who in the fuck made it this way for us? Got all these young niggas selling that yay because it ain't like they make high levels gainable. And that quote piece of American pie just ain't attainable. So I said, I said, like when I listen to it now, I'm like, oh, okay, I hear you.
Yeah, so that's that grown stuff, man.
You gotta really listen. You gotta really be listening, especially Bun B and PMC too, though.
We get into it, man. They begin. So I mean, you talked about Tupac, the All Eyes on Me. We talked about some UGK. You got that High Life. So for an artist, if there was like a catalog of an artist that you like, hey, all day this artist, that's my number one. Who's that artist for you?
I still gotta go with Pac on that one because he just got the most memorable. But y'all laugh at me. Most people laugh at this one though and don't expect this one. But I really like Boosie though. I'm just gonna keep it real.
Okay,
I'm just gonna keep it real right now. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta keep it real. Every time I say that, I tell my partners that they like, really? And I'm like, because it's no, don't give Boosie that. That man been doing it 20 years now. Come on. And if the reason, I think the reason why is because his life story is he's an overcomer. He overcomes things, and then he speaks on it on the microphone. If you don't really know his music and you just see his antics now, you probably wouldn't understand. But like, I'm gonna be real, like with me, because he like his grandma, he'll tell you his grandma name, his kid's name, you could tell that he's being an authentic person. I think I'm more so into like story hip hop. I like to hear your real side. I don't want to hear about balling all the time. You know, I want to hear the truths that I can relate to. You know, so.
True.
But don't jump on me for that one. Don't jump on me.
No, hey man, everybody. The thing is, like we like having variety, man. Like everybody has their own little nooks and crannies, and like what things they enjoy. So we got All Eyes on Me. We had The High Life as the song, and then we had artist Tupac and Tupac with a little slice of Bootsy. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. Nothing wrong with that, man. Little slice of Bootsy. Nothing wrong with that. But we're about to pull into our last and final. And I know Rajim had it last week, and now it's the top almost 4, man. So
top almost 4.
I chose an interesting topic for the top almost 4, which I gave you 4. But my topic is hip hop dance songs. So you got your top hip hop dance songs, and it's gonna run a gambit. It's interesting. Songs that have some type of dance that go along with it. So we got So now at number 4, which I mean, there's a few different honorable mentions.
Yeah. I know.
Teach Me How to Dougie. Hey, that's a good one. I mean, that's a good one. Teach Me How to Dougie. But I mean, some of these, like, that's an honorable mention, man, because they even had the what is that? They had the dance joint on Xbox. You could like do the little joint. You was like, oh shoot, you know what I'm saying?
I'll be like,
I'm like,
teach me how to Dougie.
So I
ain't never been Dougie. I think I'm swatting flies.
So number 4, just because it's so easy and almost anybody can do it, and it's probably the laziest dance, is the stanky leg.
Oh, do the stanky leg.
Do the stanky leg. Like, you don't even really have to do nothing. You literally can be limping, and they be like, "Oh, he's stanky leg." You're like, "Look at that."
It sounds nasty. Like, look at that stanky leg.
So I would say number 4 is the stanky leg. Top hip hop dances. Number 3.
Okay.
Hey man, this is the big boy dance. You lean back. Hey, Fat Joe, live with the lean back. You know what I'm saying? I was like feeling that. Also, here we coming up number 2. Number 2, you got to get hype, and this was probably one of the biggest hits
my dog.
As of right now. I have to give it to you, my man. Yeah, Get Low. I mean, like you get low. I can tell you come on, dude. You walk in the club, Get Low. Come on, that was it.
Hey, matter of fact,
that was it. From the window. Look, hold on. That song had people that didn't even know what skeet skeet meant saying skeet skeet.
Shake it like a salt shaker. No, that one.
No. Get fine. Fine. Get low. Get Little John and freaking Yin Yang Twins. Yeah,
I was shaking like a salt shaker.
Nah. From the window to the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what that is. So I put that at number 2.
Okay. No, go ahead. I would say the funniest thing I ever saw when I was working as a bouncer in the club. As a matter of fact, my boy said Tootsie Roll 69 boy.
Hey, Tootsie Roll was in there. That's an honorable mention. No, Tootsie Roll. Go, let me see it, Tootsie Roll.
Hey, the funniest shit I ever saw. And now, look, all my white friends gonna get mad at me for me saying this, but I was working as a bouncer in the club, and it was like a happy hour. And when black people ain't around, white people just do their thing. They turn up. Right?
Yeah, they gonna turn up.
So the DJ played that song like he was just talking about from the window to Man, when I tell you people was I see somebody say from the window to the wall. That was serious about that shit. They was like, I was like, this the whole time. I'm like, what the hell is going on up here? White people, turn up.
That window to the wall was legit. But I can tell you right now, if you was in the 80s, if you were 80s, if you were late 70s, 80s baby, you know this song is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This song is what it is.
Let my boy back in.
All right, I got you. I was like, this song, what I have as number one is one of those things that I could say right now will get everybody that's a 70s, 80s hip hop baby back on the dance floor all day long, doing the butt. Doing the butt.
Hey, hold up. I was a little younger though.
Hey, doing the butt was out though. That was the jam.
That's Humpty Hump, right?
No, that's no. What's
no? That wasn't Humpty. That was damn. It was dang, I forgot the.
That one Humpty Humpty.
No.
I
took that girl.
That's
some of the big. That's the big auntie song. I guarantee you play that barbecue right now.
That's what I'm saying. You got
somebody big auntie gonna be on the dance floor right now.
70s and 80s, 70s
Bad
and
hip and
80s
all
is out there getting it, dog. You doing the butt. Like everybody can do the butt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh shoot, doing the butt.
Ain't nothing wrong.
Doing the butt.
All night long.
Yeah. That was a joint.
Oh, it's classic now.
Ain't nothing wrong. It is something wrong. You can't have flow.
Well, I said hip hop dance on my top 4. Stanky leg, because you ain't really got to do nothing. All you do, you know, you
stanky leg.
You can sit down and do the stanky leg. You know what I'm saying? You got lean back. I mean, that was a jam. You know what I'm saying? Another one where, hey, everybody can do it for a long period of time because you ain't got to really do a lot. But you were part of the dance. Everybody like, oh, shoot. Get low. Hey, everybody wild out on the get low joint, Little John. But doing the butt, man, that's just.
Well, what about
that's a good time.
Did you just say
you got honor? You said? I had honorable mentions in there. Like I had honorable mentions was Teach Me How to Dougie.
Yeah.
Hey, Tootsie Roll was a great honorable mention. That's a lot of work though. You could throw some hips. You got to cranking Superman in the. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Bankhead bounce.
No, right.
Bankhead bounce didn't have a long run though. That's what I'm
saying.
Yeah, you're right. Didn't have a long run, and people.
The dance went further than the song.
Yeah. Then Harlem Shake had a little too much. Yeah. You about to throw his shoulders out. You know what I'm saying? It was a little too much.
Hey, that hit the Quan was hot too though.
Yeah.
You got to hit the Quan.
Hold up. Hurricane.
All of that.
Oh, you had the Hurricane Chris?
Hurricane.
You gotta get a couple drinks in you before you hit that. You gotta get a couple drinks.
Yeah. You know, somebody barbecue gonna be turned up. Yeah.
But those are my top 4 hip hop dance songs. Stanky Leg at number 4, Lean Back at number 3, Get Low at number 2, and you know the classic from good old days when I was 7 years old and I seen the teenagers and they would come on and you like, oh, that girl like 14. Hey, you were like, oh shoot, what is that? What does that mean? You know, so good times out there. You know what I mean? So
hey,
that's my top 4.
I think the honorable mention do need to be cranked. That Soulja Boy and the Tootsie Roll. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Tootsie Roll
got a run. Hey, it does have a run.
Yeah, the butterfly. That's old.
Yo, let me see you, Tootsie Roll.
But the funny shit you got to think about though right now is if you played it right now in any club, every old woman in the club will get up and dance to it. So that's their shit.
Oh yeah.
That's it. To prom 1993, this is your night.
Hey, the youngest gonna get down too, though.
Hey, man. Hey, that's it. It's telling you what to do, and you know what I'm saying. So you good. You all good, man. So we really appreciate everything that went on with that, guys. We had a wonderful show.
Somebody music playing.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. We had a wonderful show. We greatly appreciate you coming through,
Bluetooth
Ricky,
disconnected.
And coming and hanging out with us once again. Rajim,
Bluetooth
wonderful
connected.
being with you on here. And once again, I'm Lofton
as Bluetooth disconnected.
As your host on this. Check us out on all the social media platforms. Check us out on YouTube. Of course, join us on Facebook. Come and request being a friend with us. Make sure that you follow. Get the book, my man Prestige down there. Get your mind right. That's what we're going through. Get your mind right. Mind alignment 2.0 there. You can find them on Amazon and all other places that you want to find your books and get streaming and all the other good stuff. We love you guys. It's been great. Another day, another dollar, and we've completed it again. We about to be up out of here. Like we always do. You know what I mean? And we up out of here. Have a great one. Have a great holiday. Have a great week. And we'll see you next go round.